Hey guys, Tara here. Welcome back to another episode of GT Online Racing. This time, this first race of the video is actually the last of the snow races I had recorded back from Christmas and New Year's. But in the new SUV, starting in second place, so it's been a while since I actually started in a decent position. We're getting to the lead immediately though for a fallout race here, around 8-figure bonus in the snow. Oh, we've got a Megastar here. Talking of mega, the engine in this thing is absolutely rapid. This thing, it's an SUV for handling and braking and that, but it's got like a supercar engine. It's got like the Nero engine in it or something. It's absolutely mega in terms of straight line speed, but it handles like an SUV. So it's an interesting challenge, although it is the new dominant SUV, well, in the SUV's class. Coming into this next right-hander. Yeah, pretty good. So of course we're taking a bit tentative because this is the first time I've actually driven it, because on the day of this video I think this thing had only just been released or not long after this car was released, so this car was still really a massive unknown. You see I'm not going for any of the curb lines, well, especially after what happened with the Osiris last time I did this in the snow. Definitely want to keep away from the curbs. But coming around the corners, it's still going for the curbs line. See if it actually works in this thing. They get a little bit silent wise, it's still really not working all too well. After the end of the first lap now, we've still got a massive lead now. It says we've been first for the entire lap, but we started in second place, so I don't really know how we managed that, but I'm not going to complain with a little bit extra RP. Now then, getting a bit of slide on there, so still trying to find my way around with the SUV, but it's running out a little bit wide, getting a bit of slide on, taking out a pole, taking out another pole, but the thing is just a massive beast, especially in its weight as well, so one pole's not going to spin out like he would put into the car and take out another pole there. Driving the really right side, but it only got just over a second or so to the car in second place, so we need to pick up the pace a little bit. We're driving like that is definitely the exact opposite of what we need to do. And now then, coming up over the bridge into the second half of the lap, the green lines on that car behind us definitely getting closer. Again, trying to maximise the line. We're coming missing the apex there completely. I think we ended up more in Del Perro if we went any wider around that corner. And then still going for the coastline, but coming back on. Well, I was going clean before, but then I thought I was going to hit into the pole, so I had to go for it again. But yeah, another side there on the exit, the corner, going for the coastline. Yeah, this is a straight line. Surely you come a bit into the pole and just get away with that. How did we get away with that? I was so lucky there. We managed to get away with that this time. Not even going for the line that time on the curb boost, because we just get a too wonky line up there. So I'm sacrificing a little bit of straight line speed. Then we're going to be coming to a break zone almost immediately into another pole, running out wide. It really is not working out for us so far. We just throwing away the lead. Actually, now there goes another one of those speeds. The footage cuts a little bit. We managed to get back into the lead though, so that's the main thing. Going into this next right-hander, we get a little bit of a slide line, so definitely not the best line in the world. Now here comes this other SUV, which is the same one as us. They managed to take the lead. It's the one with those green headlights. So they've been coming for the entire race so far. Honestly, I think it was only a matter of time with how terrible I've been driving so far. Now I can try and get this apex. Yes, we do. They miss the apex. That time they started driving like me, feeling the pressure of me behind them. And then next corner we do the exact same thing and run out completely wide and just lose the advantage, and then we just lose all the time that we caught up. Now then going for the curbs line over there. Now then onto the final lap of the race. Lap 4 of 4 going for the curbs on here because snow doesn't appear under the bridges, so that curb boost is going to be perfectly fine. So he's one thing that's got the same idea as us, not going for the normal race curbs lines out over the little jump there. Much again, okay landing, getting a little bit of a power slide though on the exit. But we are actually gaining though. I was one of your friends was getting a little bit of a slide on there. They get a slide as well. We gave more of a slide now, getting into the wall, so we just about miss it. But that slide has cost us a load of time. In fact, we're actually now further behind them than what we started out before they made that mistake. Now we've missed the corner again. Just trying to overdrive now a bit too much. It's been all wind now for his final half a lap. Someone spun it there, so they've definitely binned it. But they're in last place anyway, so it doesn't really make all too much of a difference for us. I'm not really seeing now. Let's say into a tree or something. Not really seeing a way to get back now. You can go for the curbs line here, because now what have we got to lose at this point? Actually managed to make it work. It managed to make curbs line work. That's actually a really nice line. They're just pulling away from us now. They're about hopefully from us, and they hit on the pole, so we have to go to the inside wall, which has compromised our line even more there. So that's definitely the nail in the coffin now. And this is going to be running out to finish line. They've already crossed it, so GG to them. Obviously the deserving winner of that race. But second place in a car that I'd never driven before is I'll take that. Now then though, from one purple car now to another. This time we're in the Supra, or the Jester Classic as I think it's called. Starting towards the back, although towards the back is only about 4 cars away from the lead, so it's not really all that bad. I just find a way around how to spend. It's forcing us onto the dirt. They're getting very, very dirty there, quite literally. And then we've got a Revolta now going up to the lead now, going to turn 1, big contact. Oh my god! What was that Spectre doing there? Just blasting the way into turn 1. Pretty much they just completely Maldonado-ed it into turn 1. And what was that? Why is that a container for a corner curb? Or something. That's not the best thing to use for a corner. Now here's actually the other car in the race now, the LG Retro. Not often you can see that anymore anyway in races nowadays. And actually, why is that? Why is there also so many checkpoints on this race? Now, I know there's a checkpoint limit of like 68, but it doesn't mean the creator of this race actually has to use every single checkpoint they can possibly use. Now, it's the Italy. I think that's the Italy GTO anyway. You definitely want to get with the Revolta. Oh, okay, there's a corner here. Let's see, I usually look at the mini-map for the checkpoints of where we're going next, but this race I can't because there's about 5 million. If it missed the checkpoint, they're complete. What is that doing on the inside line? The LG's crashed into the pole as well. I'm not surprised about that because that is probably one of the worst checkpoint placements I've ever seen. For the one place where we actually need a lot of checkpoints, there actually wasn't any, but anyway. Now this is part of the track where it's not going to favour the Jester because this thing has the advanced handling flags, the one where it goes slower over bumps, so the original lot. So this bit of dirt here is definitely slowing us down quite a bit. But now we're into the lead of the race. I don't actually think I'll be leading this race in the Jester. But I don't know if catch-up's on, because I've seen Slipstream to start with, but I don't know about catch-up. I mean, I hope catch-up's not on, because I think, well, they're going to catch me up anyway, because this part of the map here is probably the flattest part of the actual GTA map, so they're going to be going faster here. There's a corner here missed it completely, because I have no idea where the corners are coming from, because there's about 20 checkpoints before it as well. So actually through here, this is where we need checkpoints. This is where we need just creator of this race, if you're watching, this is how many checkpoints you need to space them out. You don't need to use every checkpoint available to you. There's a maximum there for a reason, because if you want to make a longer race, not if you want to make an average length race and have 70 checkpoints in it. And then round about the final corner, actually now onto the second lap of the race, and there's absolutely no one else near us, and come on, let's wait for a bit, let's wait for someone else to catch up at least. Actually now here, is that the Revolta? I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's definitely the Revolta coming up to us now. Coming out into turn 1, or you can mighty corner cut turn 1, when you actually know where we're going, that is anyway. Coming out this left-hander, definitely need to take the corner a bit wider so we don't hit into the container, which I still have no idea why there's a container for a corner. Also change that as well, because that's probably one of the worst props you could actually use for a corner. And then the Revolta is going to be faster than me in terms of straight line speed. Actually, there's the selection lines now, so the Revolta is definitely gaining us now. They're going to breeze straight back past us. And then we flash last to them just to let them know that we're still here. And then they move into the middle of the road against the channel. We pull back to the inside now. Oh, that Revolta now coming now into the next right hand. Going to break. And we actually get, well, we get the corner better. Still not ideally perfect for what I want to do. And the Revolta tries sticking out around the outside line to give us a little bit of a nudge. And we get sent out wide. But honestly, that was just a little tap. That's perfectly fair. Well, now they're leading in the worst part of the track for us, because now we're on the dirt section. We're going to start bumping away now. It's actually going to slow us down quite a bit. Now coming now over the bumps, we're actually fairly okay with the Revolta. Actually, we're gaining on it. Actually, where are we getting this speed from? This is the part of the track I should hate. The Super should hate. And we managed to somehow bounce our way into the lead of this race. How have I done that? How has this thing worked over the bumps? I think it's oh, we're big cut. I didn't know which way they were going to go, so I was committing to the right there. So that's my bad. So now in stitching the Revolta, I'm going to put about side by side now with the Revolta once again. Coming up side by side now into the corner here, coming up somewhere down to heavy braking. Do we get it right? Well, we get it better. Still not really right for how you take that corner, even for a move up the inside line. Still not going exactly okay. Now then, through the part of the lap where we can sort of relax, because you can actually get through here pretty much normally as you would normally race through like these chicane parts. Now they're coming up now around the final corner. And now we're going to lead now for the end of the second lap. But let's actually come on someone else. Let's wait for them again. Actually now seeing some blue there, so that's the Italy GTO, and that thing's fairly nippy in the sports class. I'm going to try and make a move up the inside there, but actually the cut out that was cheeky there. Brake checking us in the middle of the apex. I mean, I'll let you catch up, and that's how you repay me. I remember that. And again, switching around the corner is definitely not what you want. It's Italy GTO. It's I think one of the fastest sports cars. And again, it's so bumpy with the flags that it's got. Actually, what are you doing there giving us a bit of contact there, especially down to the sand, because the momentum just carried us off there off the track. So that blue car being very, very dirty. Now they take the lead of the race. Where the Revolta is now gaining back. And they're actually going to pull back to the inside now. We're going to Revolta retakes the lead from the Italian now. We're catching up slowly now into braking. Actually, they're braking so much. What is this blue car's problem with braking? It seems to just completely lose all composure, if it's got any composure in the first place. And we're still going to find a good line around that dirt corner, but then again we actually get a checkpoint at least, so that's an improvement. Now then, can we have some more super speed through here? That'll be perfectly nice. Here's the energy! Oh, good job there, the energy. Some good driving there from them, so we don't just cream into us. But now then, still is the 5-second place. The Italian's still gaining back now on the Revolta, because the Revolta really doesn't like this dirt section for whatever reason. The Italian actually pulls now side by side, and is it going to take the lead back in the race? Yes, it is. The Italian now gets back into the lead of the race. The Revolters look like he's gaining back. Going to try and go around the side, but now we're getting a station now on the back of the looking for a dive on the inside on the Revolter. Now we get back now to second place. They go for a swipe on this cheeky, but thankfully it doesn't work out for them. And now we've got not long the race left to go, about a sector of this race left to go through the slalom part. Now to actually try and make a move back now, try and take the lead once again back in this race. Not many more chicanes left to go. They take a one line in. Going to go for a dive on the inside. Actually smashes into a pole. That's very, very cheeky of them. They really have the line to throw the car around the final corner, because why not? Because they honestly steal the victory from us, because they've had so much questionable driving on that final lap that they must have some kind of secret like vendetta against me or something. And here's the Spectre from the start. They've not had a good time, and they've not had a good race either, because their fastest lap is like 50 seconds or so off. And of course, the Italian driver ends up with the fastest lap. I mean, I'd have easily the fastest lap if I had to stop waiting for people. But either way, it's the Italian that wins. Second place though in the Jester Classic, I'll definitely take that. The Revolter really dropped off in the end, with the LG not really anywhere to be seen after the first lap either. So remember to leave a like if you enjoyed this chaotic race full of 50 million checkpoints, which there didn't need to be. Remember to leave a comment and subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so don't miss out on any future videos. Remember to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. They'll all be linked down in the description below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.